Morning, everybody. Welcome to 2OG's Hooking and Stitching Island Style. I'm currently on the ferry. It is cold. It's 10 degrees Fahrenheit. I don't even know what that is Celsius. I do know it's minus temperature, but it is cold. It is really cold. Welcome to our returning back it up. Welcome to our returning fiber family. It's early. If you're new, I see some new members of the family. Welcome. If it's your first time here, feel free to subscribe if you like and become a member of our fiber family. I'm cutting my head off here on the video. This is a podcast about knitting, crocheting, Tunisian. We have crochet alongs, stitch alongs, happy mail tutorials. And 2022, excuse me, is going to be bringing more tutorials. Actually, my number one video is a very short tutorial I did on beginner's lace for knitting, which was just knit one yarn over, knit two together. You know, it was real simple, and it's actually my number one video. So I have had requests for some more tutorials, so we'll give you my basic. I call mine the nursery school videos because they're so basic and simple. I'm no expert, but if it helps somebody, hey, that's all I care about. I'm on my way to the mainland. Finally, they got my parts in for my car. I've been waiting since September 27th of last year, and she's going in today, and they're going to make her all new again from when I got hit at the end of August. Yep. So, for my usual project to work on right now, I'm working on a pair of commissioned socks. Just a vanilla sock pattern from the Crazy Sock Lady. These here. This is 64 stitch cast on for women. I have the other pair is for a man, which is a 72 cast on, 20 row rib, just your basic vanilla sock. So that's what I've got. I'm on the foot part now. I did the gusset heel. My heels have gotten so much better. I was talking to Kathy, my girlfriend here, who helped me with my knitting, and said I can't believe I've been knitting almost 3 years again. It'll be 3 years, like in March, roughly, that I got back into knitting and crocheting. And my gussets, if you look right here, let me see if I can show you. Where is it at? In the corner of socks, a lot of time right here, when you're doing your heel gusset, you get a hole. But I've gotten better at not getting holes, and I use the technique where when you're picking up your stitches, the last one you pick the ladder down right in front of your stitch, you pick up, and then into the back loop, and it closes up the hole. The other side is just a little tiny that I'll do a duplicate stitch and close that up. But that's what I'm working on. I do have a sad announcement. Any of you that watched when I did the interview with Lindsay Luchuk from Knit Eco Chic, and Puddles was introduced. Puddles passed away on December 20th. And although I never met Puddles in person, I fell in love with him. His handsome face. Him and Bella had a long distance love affair. And sad to say that he passed. He lived a long life, 10 years, for a Great Dane. He would have been 11 in March. And he was integral in Lindsay's life. And it broke my heart because I know he was everything to her. Constant companion. He was the boss of Knit Eco Chic. And you all know that I love Lindsay. I love her designs, but as a person, she is an absolute wonderful human being. And I was talking back and forth with her on Instagram and giving her my, I'm so sorry for her loss. I understand where she's at. So if you get a chance, she does have a YouTube channel. She is on Instagram as Knit Eco Chic. You don't have to say anything, but just let her know that you keep her in her prayers. She's a very strong Christian faith, and she's just a wonderful person. Very soft-spoken, a wonderful designer, and a wonderful human being. So my heart broke for her, and I had to loss of Puddles. So, Lindsay, I don't know if you watch this, but again, I just want people, you know, I love you, and I hope you can find some peace. So anyways, I just wanted to let you know that if you are following Lindsay on Instagram or YouTube, I am going to be testing it's Slip and Rise is the theme this year, and it's a cowl. Can't tell you anything, but she talked about it in the interview, and it's a new technique for me, slip stitching on a garter background. So I've got to get my yarn out, I got the pattern, and I'm taking a break from testing, but for Lindsay it's a different story. I love Lindsay's patterns. I just purchased the second half of the cable crush jogger suit, so I have the top and the bottom, and I did order some yarn. Anybody that's in the Yayas and read the page, I am in the process of reorganizing the craft room, doing a complete inventory of my yarn, and I did not realize how much I had, so that's why I am on sabbatical, putting together and planning projects. Because, yes, I know we say we can never have too much yarn, but I don't want to have something, you know, tomorrow I leave this world and I leave back a stash of yarn that did not get the love it deserved that I bought for. So, right now my craft room is a disaster because I've been running yesterday and today, but I did start it. I got a good headway on it. I got 8 of the canvas zipper storage bags that I have 8 full of yarn. Now one is all monster balls, which is 18,000 yards for 9 balls of yarn. Blanket material. But it's funny when you're going through it, I'm like, oh, I didn't know I had this. Oh, I forgot about this. So you start seeing, then your mind starts going, you start looking through your patterns, and it's like, oh my heavens. I mean, there's only so many hours in a day. There is so many days in a week, and there's only so much time. So, luckily I've had some time off the last couple of days. I did get called in to work earlier this week. Cold. But I did get one of the other deckhands. She gave me a longer winter coat to wear, and hubby ordered me a pair of bib overalls that they wear on the water, so they should be in a couple weeks, and it will keep me warm, because usually I'm warm from my waist to my knees. And the old arse, it's cold. I go inside the cruise quarters and stick it in the oven to warm it up. And yeah, we just pulled into Butler's Point, so I'm good to get off the boat. But I'm headed to St. Stephen's, and I've got to pick up just a couple things. Unfortunately, the Rona has reached the island. We had 0 cases since it started, and now there are 30 to 40 of the variant, what I call just a bad cold, but we do have it. So a lot of us have chosen just to stay clear of people, which I do anyways, and hopefully it'll run its course and see you later, bye. But we're figuring we're going to be back down on lockdown by Friday, in the red basically. So it is what it is. This is our new normal, so I just deal with it. It is flurrying a little bit today, so I messed around a little bit with my Centrum machine, so I want to do a video on it, but I gotta do a little bit more because I just haven't really had enough time to sit down and work with it. But that's and I've got my whiteboards up, and I already have on them wrote tutorials. The last of the this Friday, the last of my packages I have to mail out will go out this Friday. I just had to wait for payday because after Christmas, everybody knows how it is. I only have 3 things to ship out. No, 4. Christmas presents for little sister there showed up finally, so I got to mail that to her. So, and of course, while I was cleaning out my yarn, I thought, oh, look at this. I found some purple yarn, so it's going on. I can find a new home. And I want to thank Christy Turley. She notified me that, well, I flash drives back in stock, but I went and checked, and unfortunately they're not on sale yet. Next time they go on sale, they're in stock, I will be ordering 2 or 3 to replenish my stash. I do have a couple left for future giveaways. One of them is going to be reserved for the 1,000 subscriber. If I ever get there, if not, we'll figure out another giveaway. But and like, I've never been worried about my numbers, but if I'm able to go live from my phone, sometimes that would be nice. And you can't do it, I think, unless you have 1,000 subscribers. So it's no big deal. I mean, the channel's been growing slowly, steady, consistently, and you know, you're up 1, you're down a couple, up 2, down a couple. It's just YouTube, the algorithm. It is what it is. But those that come and watch all the videos and are here all the time, I'd rather have that and be able to talk to y'all than y'all. Oh gosh, I haven't said that really since I lived down Louisiana. But you know, this way I'm able to interact with my comments, and I go back and read my comments, and I'm trying to be, like I said, more proactive on the yayas. I get posts on there. I even managed to put a couple shorts up, learning how to do that. Just, I mean, 30, 35 seconds, and it was just, you know, hey, look outside, winter's here, which is it's arrived in a lot of places. We were all talking and said, yeah, we're going to pay for that mild November, December we had. And she's coming in with a vengeance. And then, bam, it's going up to, I think, 2 degrees today, Celsius, which is about 34, 35. Then it's going to plummet again this weekend, down into the double-digit negative temperatures. Yeah, so it is what it is. Go with the flow. Don't stress yourself out. I got my new glasses, as you can see. I can see better. The difference with these, I kept the same frames. I couldn't see spending the money on new frames. I like these frames. They're comfortable. So, I can see a little better in my knitting. Crocheting, I'll be able to see my stitches better, especially when I'm working with little tiny yarns, which I, you know, have projects. What else? Oh, I have, like, I think I have a couple, 2, 3 projects that are just about finished. But like, for example, the submerged shawl, because of the bind off, it's like it's hard to describe, but it gives it like a twisted cable edging. But I am slowly but surely doing it, and after I had ripped it out and brought it back to the point of bind off, I make sure I write down if I have to stop, and I make sure I don't stop in the middle of the row. The cuff, wrapped in cable sweater scarf, I'm down to the last, I think I have 5 repeats, which is 24 rows. So like, say 124 rows left, and then I'll do the cuff, and then it'll be ready to be sewed up. That'll be off the needles. I'll have 2 knitting projects off the needles. I have gauge swatched for the Dead of Winter wrap by Stephanie Aaron. And this stuff will all be in the description box, patterns that I mentioned or anything like that. It may not be as soon as this video goes up, because on my phone, it's just a pain in the butt to try and type. So I'm a quicker typer on my computer. So I'll come back and add this in, so it'll be there for, you know, people watching the video. I swatched for it. Now the pattern called for a 4.5, which is a size 7 crochet hook, and did not get gauge. So I got my Nelson Wood handmade crochet hook that Courtney from Fiberfox Studios, Courtney, sent me. And I'm loving the hook. Oh my gosh, it feels so nice in my hand. And I gauge swatched 5.0 or an H, and I got gauge. So I find with the smaller yarns, my crocheting or my knitting is tighter. So usually I have to go up a needle or a hook size. Sometimes 1.5, 2. It just depends if I make gauge. I do gauge swatch for garments, and I gauge swatched for the Dead of Winter wrap because of the texture and pattern that's going to be in it. And so those, and I've been working on my Priestess Code, talking with Arlene, chatting on the phone, and I'll work on it some. I had to rip back 20 rows somehow, and it happens. It's an Asian, it happens. I lost a couple stitches, so I just ripped back, and I'm back on track now. And it's mindless in a way, because right now I'm just on the sleeve, and it's just single stitch back and forth, 62 stitches. So I'm looking, and I think I am going to color control the sleeves, because I really like the sleeves to be symmetrical. I don't normally color control. If I'm using a long color changing yarn like Shawl in the Ball or some of the cakes I have, I just let her flow. But for this particular project, and I'm really liking the way the grays and the creams are working up in it, I'm going to try to color control the sleeves just so they look symmetrical. So what else did I have? I'm going to do a video. I might even do the video today in the middle of me having to put my craft back together. And when I say it's a disaster, oh buddy, it's a disaster. I was actually having a video chat, and I was working on inventorying the yarn, and I'll show you my book, because eventually it's going to be put into a spreadsheet on the computer, and as I use the yarn, I can, take it out of my inventory. So this way I know what I have. I mean, I find yarns I totally forgot I had. So I'll know in advance of projects, okay, I have X amount of yards of this. It's a number 4, number 3, number 2, number 1, whatever. And I can, not have to buy it. Now, I did put an order in with Mary Maxim for the yarn for my Cable Crush hoodie and joggers. And I'm going to make the whole thing for $30. I'm using Caron Simply Soft Flex, and it's called Chili Flake. It's like a creamy white base, and then flicks are ready to cut. It'd be something different. And Caron Simply Soft, yes, it is a splitty yarn, but it's so soft, and it's acrylic machine wash. Now, I'd put it on machine wash delicate, and then I would roll it in a towel, make sure, and I would just lay it to dry. I do not machine wash and dry even if it's acrylic, my garments. I just, all that work, I don't want it pilling or, coming apart or getting tangled. So that's the only order I have coming in. And I got notified that Ardennes is mailing me the 4 skeins of the Premier Bamboo Joy. I think it's what I ordered, Bamboo Joy, that I'm going to do a review on. And I had ordered black, white, cream, and I think gray, because I want to do a stripe project. But I want to try the yarn and do a review on it. Actually compare it between the Bamboo Fair. I actually have them pulled out when I started doing inventory. Pulled them out, pulled them aside, because I want to do a comparison between the Bamboo Joy and the Bamboo Fair Premier. Now, I have worked with the Bamboo Fair, and I love the yarn. It is lovely to work with. It's so silky soft in your hand. It's beautiful yarn. And Ardennes had a really good, they're my pretty much go-to for my Premier yarns, the ones that I do get. I got a bunch of the Sweet Rolls, and I got it in the, how did I get it in? Spearmint Pop, because for blanket, because of the color changes in it. It's a nice soft yarn, and I have a blanket project in mind for it. Again, slotting yarns for projects. Will I change my mind? Possible, but I'm trying to be proactive in my planning. Excuse me. Ooh, it's gotten colder. It's down to 1 degree Fahrenheit, which is about minus 25. It's about minus 25 Celsius. Yeah, it's cold. That's all I can say. It's cold. Today, when I'm in St. Stephen's, I've got to go look for a pair of work boots. So I'm supposed to be wearing like a safety shoe, steel toe, composite toe. And I went to the place where I got my bibs, and I wear a size like 4.5, 5 in men's. And they had a 5 there, but because of the make of the boot, I couldn't get it on and have it be comfortable with a thick sock and keep my feet warm. In summertime, I'll get a pair of basically steel toe sneakers to wear. My feet are cool. But wintertime, you know, you want to keep your feet warm. You're on the deck. You want something that's going to be comfortable because you're on your feet 12 and a half hours. And also climbing the ladder at night and in the morning. You don't want something that's going to be, you know, slippery or dangerous on that ladder because it does get slimy, it gets icy, it gets from the rockweed, it gets like a seaweed. It's very slippery. So the other thing is I have to get a backpack. I've been borrowing hubbies. When I was working, I was climbing up and down the ladder. You need your hands free to hold on to the ribs. I am very, very careful because when I broke my ribs a couple years ago, if y'all remember, and I punctured my lung, that was pain I don't ever want to feel again. That was not good. So backpack is in my backpack. Got my lunch. Of course, I have my chosen project to work on when I'm on the ferry. That's one thing I do get knitting and crocheting time. Nothing too complex because, you know, you're every 20 minutes you're up and down and running around doing, you know, my cleaning and stuff. So I do socks and something that I can not mindlessly, but don't have to like pay attention to stick, you know, to a pattern as far as, you know, like cables and stuff like that. But other than that, that's pretty much all I'm going to do today. Just run around and get back home. Hubby's working, you know, he's working on 11 to 11 today. Barb's working the bus, so I will have peace and quiet. Then I'll be able to work in my craft room and trying to get everything set so I can bring my computer up to do my accounting school in my craft room. Although the basement is heated with the heat pump, it's still a little chilly with that cement floor. When we finish it up to the family room / man cave, it'll be nicer because we'll have a flooring down, insulation and everything else. But on a concrete basement floor, my feet get cold. So, and I've got to knuckle down and get back into that. I'm watching the ramps a little slickery. So, with that, I'm going to let you go. I'm going to get this ready to upload, and it can upload while I'm riding around and doing what I have to do. And later on, I'll come on and do another short clippy of what rental car they got me. I'm really curious to see what kind of rental car they're going to get me. Well, they have Beep Beep. Yes, Beep Beep is my Ford EcoSport titanium. But Beep Beep does really well in the snow and is good on gas. That's all I care about. And it's got all the luxuries. It is. It's loaded. It's got everything except remote start. That is going in next year. Or I'm going in for my birthday. I told hubby I want a remote start in my car. And then get it right because going out there, you know, but my teeth chattering to get my car started and let it warm up. I want a remote start, like everybody else in the house has. It's just the way it is. So, I have another shout out video to do because I found a couple new channels. They're small channels. I don't care if you're a big channel or small channel, but I like your content. I'm going to promote you. And I only do a couple at a time because it's easier just to do 2 or 3 channels at a time in one of my videos. And this morning I just off the cuff found this channel called RAVELRY, and I believe she's Scottish, and it's a fiber podcast. She's a young girl, and she I enjoy watching her opening her Christmas presents with some yarn. Very nice drop yarn. But it's nice watching somebody from another country and the yarns that they get, or the ones that covet the yarns we have. It's neat. Just need to watch the different knitters and crocheters out there and their yarn choices and what's available in their country or what they're able to get shipped in and stuff. Living in Canada, I can't get a lot of stuff from the States because it's just too expensive to ship. I haven't had my tiddies yet, but I made coffee before I left the house. So, as you guys always know, that I want you to be safe. I want you to do your knitting and crocheting, keep you in a good, healthy mental state. Especially these past 23 months. It's been a rough couple of years. And we kind of lean on each other for support. And anybody knows that if you ever just need to talk to somebody, or just message back and forth, or email, or need to sound off, I'm available by email, DM, Messenger, and if comfortable, we can video chat. I'm not saying that because of difference in time zones that it'll be right then and there, but I have a good ear and I'm a good listener. I have people that I go to that I'm having a hard time or a rough day. They used to be my girls that I've talked to. They didn't talk back to me, but they listen. And just sometimes, verbalizing what you're feeling or thinking, or you can work it out. But I do want people to be healthy all the way, mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally. And it's just been a rough couple of years. And I'm just coming off the holidays. So I don't do anything particularly labeled mental health, but mental health is very important to all of us. And I guess I just like to see people happy. That's why I do what I do. If I can make somebody happy, make them smile, make them laugh, then that makes me happy, makes my day. So, sunshine is to flowers like smiles are to humanity. So therefore, hug, smiles, and happiness. Pass it on. Make this world a better place. Give somebody that little lift that they may need for the day. And I'm going to let you go because I have rambled on for 27 minutes. I cannot believe that. And I will be back later today with another video. And let's get this year on track and get things going. Get myself getting on track. So here's bye for now from the number one, headed to St. Stephen, New Brunswick. And I'll catch you in the next video.